Merry Christmas, everybody. I'm Chris Hanley. I'm the principal of First National Byron and my partner.
Sue Reynolds.
We're here to do our end of year wrap up, and Sue, we ended in a different place to where we started, didn't we?
We certainly did, and there was lots in between.
Yeah, well, I don't think in my 4 decades in real estate I've ever had a year like this. I'm very proud of all our staff here, dealing with the unexpected things and the challenges we've had this year for all of us. It was a learning exercise, but as we sit here, and we might start by talking about our rental market, as we sit here, it's the strongest permanent rental market I've ever seen. We've had the biggest increase in rent for permanent properties I've ever seen. So quick, in fact, that a lot of members of the community, Sue, particularly tenants, are struggling.
They are. There is a flip side to that strength, and that is that there's families, local families, really struggling to find a home at the moment. There's businesses suffering because traditionally the backpackers would be here at this time of year, the summer staff come to town, they simply can't afford the rents here, and of course there's no backpackers. I was talking to a business owner this week whose figures are 40% down despite unprecedented demand for her services. She simply can't open the hours because she doesn't have the staff to cover it. So there's two sides.
The rental increases are all over the Shire too, not just in the 2481 postcode, which is Byron Bay. The rental increases are in all the villages, in Mullum, in Brunswick Heads, in Bangalow, and right out through the rural areas. Byron's in the holiday area. I was talking to a friend of mine just before I came on who runs a very good establishment in town, and most of the businesses, the operators in town are full. It's very wet, and I know both of us have had lots of people from all over the country who've seen us on national television, even on the BBC. I was told this morning our mayor's been on the BBC. It continues to rain. The flooding around here is not too bad, but yes, our ocean front is being very savagely damaged at the moment by the high seas and the high tides. Have you been down and had a look?
Yeah, the beach has disappeared at Main Beach.
So there's maybe 1.5 kilometres of the beach there that they're really going to need to do some work with, but they're waiting for the seas to subside. Let's, Sue, now talk about the sales market. What a year. The last 2 quarters have been phenomenal. What's your feelings, firstly, about what's happened in the last 6 months and then going into 2021?
What's happened in the last 6 months, we never would have predicted at the start of the year, the strength of the market. It's the strongest market I've seen in 30 years. Never had such low supply and such high demand. Yeah, it's a very, very strong market.
Where do the people, we always get asked, where are the buyers coming from? Where do the people come from? Where are the people? Your business is a big business now. There's 4 of you operating in there. You're a great cross-section of the market in general. Where are the buyers from?
Primarily from Sydney, but also local. There's 51% are still living in the Northern Rivers when they purchase here. Some of them still are selling in Sydney, coming up and becoming a local statistic. That is the strength of our market. Melbourne's starting to trickle in now. There still seems to be some hesitation about travel from Melbourne, but it'll be interesting to see what summer brings.
2021, we're asked all the time, will it continue? What give me a prophecy, what do you think is going to happen? For me, in this instance, we've never had interest rates like this. The Reserve Bank Governor and others have said they're going to stay there. Some people believe they could even drop a little lower than they are now. All the conditions, all the pressure is in an upward place. What do you think next year is going to look like?
I don't actually know. 2020 hasn't allowed us the luxury of being too preemptive about anything. Next year, there's no indication of this market slowing at the moment. There's no loosening of stock levels. Perhaps come mid-January, the lull over Christmas, people might be holding off a little bit. So we'd be looking forward to some loosening of stock levels then and an increase. There's no indication of this changing in the near future. So off we go.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I think certainly the first half of next year is going to be strong. Prophecies are always difficult, and who would have expected when we had our summer wrap early this year, no one had any idea what was in front of us. I think though the fundamentals are here that have changed a little bit in the sense that COVID has meant that people all over the world now they can work from home. I think what we've seen here is a huge number of people from all over Australia move here, not just to move here and retire, or not just to move here and do nothing, but to move here and continue with their careers. I think the number of people now in our area here working from home is extraordinary when you go and visit the houses and so on. So my own view is that's not going to change next year. Will international travel, as it opens up, affect us? Probably in a positive way, I think, once more and more people from other countries start to come here. So I think we're both in exactly the same place there. The thing that we most importantly want to do now, though, is thank all our staff. Sue and I are both the directors of a company, and we're blessed. We work with wonderful people. We're an organisation that's grown through COVID. We've kept all the team of people here and added to it. Many of the people here who work with us have been here for a long time. Our business couldn't and wouldn't be the business it is without them. So I want to thank them, and I also want to thank all of you out there, because without our landlords, without our tenants, without the people who buy property from us, but more importantly the people who sell through us, we wouldn't have a business. Sue?
Yeah, certainly. I'd like to reiterate that and wish you all a very Merry Christmas. Time to stop and ponder on the year that was and look forward to the year ahead.